Here's Justin Smoke now. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, leaving him one shy of 200 for his career as they open it up to 6-2 now. In order, and now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Ross Stripling, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty D, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there. Foul ball, strike 2. Final strike for the Braves. And right into the shift. Smoke has it, and he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
And the train just keeps rolling down the track. That's win number 100 on the season, and they've got as good a chance as anybody to win the whole thing. You better watch out for these guys.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers get their 100th victory of the season, best in the division. Not a surprise. Ross Stripling hangs win number 11 on his line. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody. Trent Thornton is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks. And that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. And that's a special home run. Justin Smoke continues to add to his major league total. That's the 200th home run in what's turning into a pretty nice career.
And guys, 200 homers is a feat a lot of players never even get close to. If you get to this point, you've definitely established yourself as something of a decent power threat. So you can bet pitchers are aware of his power when he steps into the batter's box. He's definitely earned some respect.
Judge at second. Sanchez is over at first with 1 away. Now the double steal is on here. A step on the bag for 1. Over to second now, and they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Justin Smoke will be the one that leads things off when we return. Bottom of the 7th inning upcoming in L.A. Get up and stretch. It's the Yankees 7 and the Dodgers 3. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. And good for him. Tim Lopes has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Dump. Going back on it. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A.J. Pollock has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, it's postseason action between the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Dennis Santana, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep into games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. A critical one in store for us here. It's Game 1 between the Oklahoma City Dodgers and the Iowa Cubs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Colin Ray, a right-hander from the state of Iowa, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that added a new pitch to his repertoire, the split finger. He won't throw it that often. I think one of the reasons he tried to pick up this pitch had a difficult time throwing the straight changeup, and sometimes the splitter is the quick pitch fix for that. So it'll be interesting to see how and when he uses the splitter in this one here today.
Good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Turner has it. Oh, look at Turner. It's there. He got him. That was exceptional. He got the out and prevented the runner from having a chance to score. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
The 0-1 delivery. Ground ball left side. On to first, and that's your ball game.
And with that win, they've shown they are one of the greatest teams in baseball history, tying the 1998 Yankees, who also had 114 wins. That was an amazing team, so that's some elite company right there.
10-6, the final score in this game. Los Angeles with 114 wins, most in the division. JT Shagwa wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
About it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And that'll plate the tying run from third as we've got ourselves a brand new ball game now.
That was a really good at-bat right there. You're trying to tie this thing up any way that you can. He hits the sac fly to the outfield, and the tying run comes in to score. Or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
1 run scores. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Now, Dan, this had all the makings of going extra innings, but right there, a knock to drive in 2 for your team.
Yeah, D-Roll, that's a huge 2 RBI base hit here in the top of the 9th inning.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. And this one is gone, a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His 3rd home run of this series as they take the lead 4-3.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
13-11, the final score here. The Los Angeles Dodgers win for the 115th time to set the pace in the division. Noah Ramirez earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com. The 1-2. Swung on and blasted. No bunt cheese on that one. It's way gone. And good for him. Ruiz has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one. One-run game. He doesn't want to walk it, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. Solo shot to right center, and we are tied again.
Yeah, he's been producing at the plate all year, so this should come as a surprise to nobody. But just because it's expected doesn't mean it's any less impressive. One swing, and we are tied.
He is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. This is his first year at the big league level. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Eric Peterson has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Keep him in there. Go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
And they will apply the tag between first and second. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 8th inning coming up. The Padres lead it 3-0. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Jack Flaherty will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's take a look at A.J. Pollock. This guy is dynamic from both sides of the baseball. Steals bags, hits for power, but his signature is on defense. His ability to run balls down in the gap and play an unbelievable center field.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. A three-run home run for Giancarlo Stanton. His second home run of the series, and it's given the Dodgers a 3-2 lead.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And the Dodgers are going to advance. They're through to the National League Championship Series.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
As we wrap this one up tonight, it's time to show our appreciation for the man you see there, Giancarlo Stanton. He's our tops player of the game.
He was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. We all know he's just a great baseball player. He's one of the elite players in the game, and it's always a privilege to see him do his thing. Hopefully he does just that in this one.
Clayton Kershaw will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, take a look at that career ERA in the low 2s. Not an easy thing to do in the day of smaller ballparks and guys hitting a lot of home runs. One thing he does, he stays away from the barrels of the bats, and if he continues to pitch like that, he's going to have his way with a lot of teams. It'll be interesting and fun to watch him in this one here today.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out of stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
Ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Line drive to left. And now a lunging catch, and he does a full gainer as well, but somehow hangs on for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it. This is a big spot here.
Hard hit ball to second. Zobrist is there. Wow, a flip to second for 1. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get to 1 out.
Now that.
Boy, that was a smooth play, wasn't it? Great job to lay out and make the stop, and then to feed to second from his knees for the out. Pretty impressive display there.
Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and blasted. No bunt cheese on that one. It's way gone. So a solo shot here to left center field as they've taken a 1-run lead.
Well, somebody is anxious to end this thing and get the heck out of here. We'll see if that leadoff homer stands up. Either way, that's definitely a way to start the extra frame.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is on the ground over to first. Smoke is right there, and Tinseltown will be aglow tonight. The Dodgers are National League champions.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits, and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I'm watching the guy they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Clayton Kershaw gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, not a bad start in his last one. 7 complete innings. Even though he took the loss, he pitched pretty well. And if he can pitch as well in this one today, he'll have a pretty good chance to win this game for his team.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out of stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
No hits to this point. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. Did the last two batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Swung on and blasted. No bunt cheese on that one. It's way gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer here in the series. And the Dodgers move out in front now, 4-1.
Hitting a home run in the World Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team the lead, that's something to tell the grandkids about.
Turner swings, and it's a very well-hit ball to left. Looking up is Marisnik, and it's gone. That one cut through the sky like a hot knife through butter. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
You expect drama and historic moments in the World Series, and we just got another one of those. A walk-off to end this thing in the final at-bat of the game. What a finish!
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series, while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
Eight to 5 tonight. Los Angeles get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Dylan Floro earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Bends down and he barehands it. Oh, but he beats it out. And this game is tied. Remarkable effort there, but he couldn't keep the run from scoring.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot. But if those fall in the same quadrant, look for someone to get on top of one and crush it.
And that misses ball 4. So now the tying run will come across to score.
The batter, the second base.
And the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Swing and a fly ball. This ought to at least get the go-ahead run in. The catch is made. Here comes the go-ahead run for the plate. He's safe. The throw is offline. And in the late stages of Game 3, they've broken the tie.
Hey, putting together good at-bats late in the games can really help out. And how about this sac fly right here? Good at-bat that leads to his team getting the lead here in the late innings. Then 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
The catch is made. Here comes the go-ahead run for the plate. And the run is in to score from third. Now a 7-6 game. And this will get in there too late. He's in there at third.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Throw in time, and they are World Series champions.
Wow, World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining, believe me. Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring the World Series trophy home. What a moment for this team, this organization, and that city.
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series clinching victory. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.